Will you smile? If I admit I was wrong?
About what?
Miracles. Events with astronomical odds of occurring, like oxygen turning into gold. I've longed to witness such an event, and yet I neglect that. Inhuman coupling.
You are the world to me, John. You are my whole life. Do you remember how many times you said you loved me?
Janie, I wasn't told.
Here! Leave the ball!
Please. If everyone would just go away and leave me alone.
You can't come. I said, leave me alone!
I prefer the stillness here. I am tired of Earth. These people. I'm tired of being caught in the tangle of their lives.
Hey there, you guys, welcome back to Beverly Cable 12 YouTube channel, all your comic book and anime reviews. And today you got me with my review for Doomsday Clock, issue number 5. Great cover right here, the Joker variant cover right here for this one. Very cool looking, very nice. Yeah, and very telling of what this story is gonna be about. So we got the inside the bag and board. We're gonna just slip it out of here down the bag. Now we're gonna look at this beautiful comic. Once again, gorgeous, just gorgeous, good, great looking comic book. And a lot of stuff went on within this issue of Doom. Like, a lot of stuff went on. So after the last issue, we know Ozymandias kind of got thrown through the bit when he was during his fight with the comedian. He felt him like Spice was there, and now he's basically just in the hospital, kind of trying to heal up from it. And while this is going on, we get this whole thing between like him inside of the hospital, kind of like thinking, having these thoughts to himself, and like he ends up like basically kind of reattaching like the little metal part on the side of him to get the doctor's attention to kind of come inside of there, so that way they can remove his cuffs from him and get their keys from their uniforms. And we kind of get to see thing right here in this last final panel of them. We don't know what exactly happened there, but they don't not like the Pops don't like they're very happy with him at that point in time. So that's where that part of the story ends. We did kind of continue on with kind of this huge meta-human thing that's been going on in the DC universe, as you know, everyone's like there's the Superman theory that kind of came out and like took over like the DC universe in the United States by storm. There's been a lot of like push for like these big meta-human headlines, and Lois Lane even brings it up in this issue. Like, we don't even know if the guy who found the Spider-Man trying to kill Lex Luthor even was a meta-human, but we see that Perry White is putting that down there anyway. And you know, we get this kind of back and forth between Lois and Lois and Clark, pretty much about that fact right now. And we do kind of get to bring up the fact that John is still their son in this universe. So we don't know what's gonna be happening with Man of Steel with Bendis right now, but at least we can see that he's definitely still around in Doomsday Clock timeline, at least. So after that, how it happens, we kind of get this whole thing of this whole thing with Saturn Girl. and our new Rorschach character, and Rorschach is kind of like talking to Saturn Girl in this issue. And if you don't know, Saturn Girl was actually a member of the Legion of Superheroes way back when, and she can basically read minds. She ended up reading Rorschach's mind, like learning about Sally Jupiter from the Watchmen universe, and who was really cool and really interesting, to say the least. We also getting kind of covered like Johnny Thunder in this issue as well. A scene with Johnny Thunder where he's kind of like he's trying going up. He's looking for something that's missing. He's looking for something that belongs to one of his friends, Alan Scott, but he's not able to get anything from it. He goes to the bus stop. He goes to this train, but doesn't have any money from the train, and so we just see him kind of just walking around in the end. While this is all going on, because the issue does kind of go back and forth between different scenes that are happening, and we get this other scene of the comedian right here, along with Batman looking at another scene of Batman looking at one of the Watchmen's the Watchman's ship, and he kind of finds the Watchman's ship, and he kind of finds Ozymandias in there at that moment. We kind of says Ozymandias definitely at some point got away from those doctors. And we also kind of cut the comedian right on the next page right here, and these kind of cops kind of like going to the comedian. It seems like all these dead bodies, like they get immediately at this comedian, but comedian pretty much tells them that it wasn't him, that he's looking for the people who did this, and it's kind of being implied right now that the people who did this was in fact Maya, Mary, and Ned, because we kind of see them kind of like doing their thing. They're slicing up people. They're like looking for because they're looking for the Joker right now. They're hunting down for Joker right now, kind of like on our little cover right here. That we kind of know that this is going to be dealing a lot with the Joker, and that's what they're really looking. They're looking for him everywhere, and they're trying to kind of find him throughout the issue. Meanwhile, we get another scene with Lois Lane going to go meet with Lex Luthor about this whole metahuman debacle that's been going on, and how everything's kind of like everyone's kind of going crazy over this whole metahuman thing. And they end up having this conversation, and Lex Luthor kind of pretty much tells her, like, I don't know what's going on either. I don't really know what might be happening here, but I do have, based on my research, what I found, the person who started this whole Superman theory was once a member of the Justice League, and that's kind of where we end off here. Oh, and we get this really cool scene of Superman just flying, listening to the whole situation, and he is in the red trunk. So that was the thing I wanted to bring up. That was cool. Seeing Superman just like flying there in this like really dark kind of story. We still get Superman in the red trunks. And the art is really gorgeous in this thing as well. So now we cut back to Johnny Thunder, who's still walking around on the area, and he ends up getting attacked by these thugs in this scene, and they get him trying to attack him. And we also get to see like kind of Batman kind of going. Batman's also trying to kind of go in, kind of look for like Alan's looking for Alan Scott's like location, looking for Johnny Thunder as well, and we also see him also getting attacked as well as Johnny Thunder's getting attacked, and like one of the people like pull on his cape and then try to pull it down, and we get like this scene of Johnny Thunder like kind of like this parallel of the fall of the bat, and like Johnny Thunder getting beat with this Alan Scott's Green Lantern lamp, and like he's kind of getting beat down by it, and so like this one woman kind of like ends up trying to save him in the end. And you see here like this woman kind of saves Johnny Storm. Meanwhile, we get Marionette Mom looking at like the fallen bat symbols on the ground because the people ended up pushing over the Batman signal to the ground, breaking it, and Batman's on the ground too. And then we get this amazing scene at the end here in which we find the Joker just standing there in this really awesome sequence, looking at Maya Marionette, saying that you guys have caused a lot of trouble in this city right now. And we get to see one of his goons telling him that look what we found, that it is the fallen bats who has now been beaten down. And we get this scene of like Rorschach holding the Green Lantern lamp of Alan Scott and answering the question of what is this lantern. And that's kind of where the issue ends off with them saying, when men make gods, there is no God. And that's just where the issue ends off. So, really cool issue. We get a couple things right here about from the story about the rise of the metahumans and all the other metahumans that were created. Really one that was really interesting that was with Black Adam. I thought was kind of cool and interesting. That's kind of where the issue pretty much ends off. Oh, look at that. Look at that at the end right here. Metropolis in the same city in the world. Well, not in Doomsday Clock's timeline, at least. Seems like everything's going straight to hell right about now for the entire DC universe. This was really, really good, you guys. This was a really, really awesome, really great read. A lot of awesome, interesting stuff is going on here with Doomsday Clock. And I definitely can't wait to see where the rest of the story ends up going forward here. And like with that end tease with the Joker, like meeting the Mime and the Marionette was really cool and really awesome. The scenes with Johnny Thunder getting beat down by Alan Scott's Lantern Ring, and of course the scene with him just flying over Lex Luthor thing in his red trunks was also really, really awesome. I really enjoyed those aspects of the book. And of course, the art in the entire book is just gorgeous, just in general. But yeah, we do get kind of like this whole kind of like thing with Perry White, of course, be pushing his own like kind of newspaper, like kind of what we kind of getting lately in our world right now, with like how like people want big headlines, and whatever gets the biggest headline, whatever gets the most clicks. Even since the end of this issue, like whoever gets the most clicks, kind of like how like we see headlines today that say like that make you want to click on something to kind of that makes you want to click on something just because of the headline, what the headline says, even if it's not true for the actual report. Whoever gets the headlines is what matters, and that's kind of what is similar to what's in Doomsday Clock as well. And it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like a real world parallel in many ways, and I kind of enjoyed that aspect of the book as well. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much Doomsday Clock, issue number 5. Let me comment below what you guys thought about Doomsday Clock, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.